All right, hello everyone. Welcome to LA Valley College. Today's Golden Coast Collegiate League matchup features the visiting PFA Braves against the Ventura County Buccaneers. I'm Charlie Gonzalez, going to be your commentator today, color and play-by-play. Their starting lineup for the visiting Braves: at shortstop, Julian Franchois. At right field, Jonathan Smith. Third base, Ben Davidson. Center field, Kai Penuelas. Left field, Cesar Chavez. Catcher, Ben Sawyer. Second base, Eddie Perez. Designated hitter, Justin Toussaint. First baseman, Tony McCon. And starting pitcher, Henry, number 35. And now the starting lineup for the Ventura County Buccaneers. The pitcher, Vincent Bravo. And here's the batting order. Eddie Tejeda at first base. Anthony DeLuca, second base. Troy Leaf, center field. Michael Choi, catcher. Jaden Rez, shortstop. Evan Kang, designated hitter. Max Garcia, right field. Jaira Smart, left field. Rowan Taryn, third base. Noah Nichols, extra hitter. Game going to be started in just a moment. Finishing their warm-ups. Being led over from the Ventura County Buccaneers of the Sunset Baseball League are Vincent Bravo, Rowan Taryn, and Noah Nichols. So they thought they would not suit up again this year after they went one and done in the postseason a few days ago down at Cypress College against the Arroyo Seco Royals. They were happy to get that call. And Francois, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, and they actually got names on the back of their uniforms, so it'll be easier to identify them. But I'm told there's only one eligible sub today for the Braves, so that won't necessarily be a problem. Bravo deals, first pitch. Ball one.
First pitch, 4:03 p.m.
Umpire looks like he has a cast on one of his arms. Not sure if that was because of a baseball problem or maybe he broke it. It looks like a cast for broken arms. 1-1. I don't see the other umpire, if there even is another one here right now. That one's going to be a line drive into right field. Garcia fielding it, throwing it in. And it's going to get in just in time. It's going to be a leadoff double. It keeps Franchois at second. Good start for the Braves. That's a good way to start a game. Again, Jonathan Smith, the right fielder, now at bat. Also due up in the top of the first. Ben Davidson, the third baseman. Huge leadoff of second base. Francois has. Bravo, I believe it's the first time pitching for this Ventura County Bucs of the Golden Coast League. 1-0. Still a home field advantage. Used to the mound, used to the parameters of the field. Same dugout, so not much has changed, but it's teammates. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1. And the Braves have 9 players in their batting order, as opposed to the Bucs, who have 10. So Braves looking short-staffed compared to their opponent. Ball 2. Nice little bit of a breeze here at LA Valley College, but it's very hot. Oh, and he did not go. There's ball 3. This umpire's going to have his work cut out for him. He appears to be the only one here right now. So 3-1 count for Smith. Inside, close to his legs, and he will walk. So two up and 2 on base. Now up is Ben Davidson.
The third baseman, Ben Davidson.
This is not a postseason matchup. I believe this might be the end of the regular season. That one is going to be wild side, and there's a wild throw from the catcher Choi over into the outfield, and advancing home from that wild throw is Franchoy, who stole third. So 1 run will score, and Smith also stole second. Or excuse me, he advanced to second and third on that wild throw. It was only Francois who stole a base. Not a good start for the Bucs. The 1-0 pitch. Now it's 1-1. Michael Choi just overthrew DeLuca and Rez. So 1-1 pitch. High and away, 2-1. And Rowan Taryn playing third is not his usual spot. Usually he's over at second. Sometimes he swaps with Tommy Italia to go to shortstop. Now it's 2-2. Noah Nichols, EH, not currently on defense. We'll see if he's substituted in later. Bravo deals. That one is popped up high into shallow left, and the left fielder making the catch and throwing it home just in case, but Smith stays at third. So 1 away. That catch made by Jaira Smart.
The shortstop, Kai Penuelas.
And Kai Penuelas, some of these guys have difficult names to pronounce, but I'm doing my best. One and 0. Bravo taking his time on the mound. That one is going to be chopped foul over towards the Braves dugout. There's some problems I'm encountering. Hold on a second. That one's popped way back. 1 and 2. And Penuelas, I believe, is the center fielder. Someone told me he was a shortstop. So sorry for the dead air right there. I had to make sure of something. And yes, he is a center fielder, not the shortstop. So will be the second outfielder for the Braves at bat, as the count is now 2 and 2. Smith still at third, looking to come home. That one, line drive foul, and Smith ducked his head. Looked like it went right over him. And it's still 2-2. Right now, the Ventura County Pirates are prepping for their game against Inland Valley Pirates at Cal Poly Pomona. The start time is at 6. That's going to be on Ventura County Pirates Radio. Matthew Strapp will be their broadcaster, so stay tuned for that. He swung on and missed. 2 outs. And their explosive start to this game has now lost some of its steam. Yes, Cesar Chavez, not the American civil rights activist. This player is 5th in the batting order and smack dab in the middle. He takes ball 1. Bravo deals. That one's going to be go right overhead, over the head of the shortstop, Rez, and coming home is Jonathan Smith. It's a 2-0 ball game. An RBI single for Cesar Chavez.
The catcher, Ben Sawyer.
Ben Sawyer, number 36. Your starting catcher today for the Braves. Some of these guys have names on their uniform, some do not. I guess maybe the best players only get those. Pitch from Bravo, in there for strike 1. And we've seen the Golden Coast Ventura County Bucs play some very strange games and against some teams with very strange decisions. One didn't have numbers, one just went out of order all the time. That one going to be hit to Rowan Tarrant at third. He's going to throw it over to first for out number 3. With Tarrant to Tejeda. That'll end the inning. The Braves lead 2-0. The bottom of the first will begin in just a moment.
At the end of half the inning, Braves 2.
All right, bottom of the first, about to begin. Eddie Tejeda is going to lead things off for the Bucs. Also due up, Anthony DeLuca and Troy Leaf. And Marcellus Henry is going to be the starting pitcher for the Braves. Ball is in the turf, 1-0. And Tejeda this year has played 10 games. This is his 11th. This is now his 39th at-bat of the year. He takes ball 2. I'm telling you, I think with how short-staffed the Braves are, sooner or later the Bucs are going to wear them down if they end up getting so many people on base every single game, every single inning. You're not going to see any substitutions. Just like in football, wear the defense down. I think they're going to wear this defense down if they're consistent at the bat or at the plate every single inning. 3-0 pitch. That one's high. So 4 pitches, 4 balls, and we have a leadoff walk for Tejeda. Anthony DeLuca is now at the plate.
The second baseman, Anthony DeLuca.
Yes, first baseman and second baseman are the first and second batters today. Fastball in for strike 1. This is the first game I've covered of the PFA Braves. Not sure what it stands for. These are new names to get used to. Pickoff attempt over at first. He's called safe. And yeah, this umpire, I hope he has his eyes open and is able to scan the field quickly. He doesn't have any help today. That one is swung on and missed. It looked like may have popped off the catcher's helmet. So it's going to be 0-2. Anytime you hear that little clunk of plastic, then maybe the catcher has to take a breather. It's going to be a little time as Henry gathers himself and Tejeda goes back to first. First pickoff attempt was scary fast. He gave no indication he was going to throw it over to McCon at first. 1-2. And there's a looking strikeout for DeLuca. 1 away.
The center fielder, Troy Leaf.
Troy Leaf, one of the better players on the Golden Coast Ventura County Bucs this year. Tying runner now at the plate. Throw over to first. Tejeda's still safe. And I'm sure the coaches, at some point in this game, will ask that umpire if there's a call that they don't agree with. How can you possibly see that from your vantage point? And I have a feeling that one of the coaches is going to come out and talk. Troy Leaf still hasn't gotten his first pitch. Here it comes. In the strike zone, 0-1, but Tejeda steals second. So runner now in scoring position. Over to second base, where shortstop Rez was covering. Pitch comes in. Ball 1. Sells Henry. Oh, and taking off for third is Tejeda, and he is called safe. Leafs, however, stayed at first. So now Tejeda with 2 stolen bases today. That one going to be ball 2. Excuse me, ball 3. And now Troy Leaf has a stolen base of his own. So tying runner now in scoring position. That one going to be hit just past the second baseman. And coming in is Eddie Tejeda. The right fielder Garcia throwing it in. Excuse me, Smith. And staying over at third is Troy Leaf. The RBI single.
Number 33, Jaden Red.
The RBI single from Michael Choi made up for that error. The top of the first that brought home a run. Now it's Jaden Rez, the shortstop. McCann at first is going to have his hands full. Expects throws not just from his infielders, but also the pitcher who wants those successful pickoff attempts. 0-1 for Rez. Oh, 1 pitch, that's a beanball, nearly hits him in the head. He ducks low to avoid that just in time. 1-1. Runners on in the corners here for the Bucs. That one's going to be hit right to the shortstop, friend Schwann, who's going to throw it over to second. Gets out Choi, but Rez is safe at first, and coming home on that fielder's choice is Troy Leaf, so it's now tied at 2 apiece. Evan Kang. I believe that's ball 1. I was looking down my scorecard. I did not see the umpire's call if there was a pitch before that. And Rez thinks about stealing. And is he safe? The umpire shakes his head. So I guess if there's no out motion, then he is safe. So 4th stolen base by the Bucs in this bottom of the first. They're playing this game aggressively. And so far it's paying off. It's a 2-0 count. There's strike 1. Now it's 3-1, excuse me. So there was a pitch before that ball. And we're going to have to stay in a while. There's a looking strikeout, and Rez took off for third. Would have been safe on that stolen base attempt, but it's moot.
Both are on 1 hit and no errors. At the end of 1, we are tied 2-2.
Yeah, and in the bottom of the first, 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. Score is tied 2 apiece. See you right after this. All right, top of the second. And leading things off, Eddie Perez, the second baseman. Also due up, Justin Toussaint and Tony McCone. That one is going to be a line drive. It's going to bounce just foul. 0-1.
Oh, yeah.
Good hit, though. It was just a little too far to the right. Bravo is still pitching for the Bucs. Oh, one pitch. Breaking ball dipped way too early. 1-1. Bravo, it's not necessarily his fault that 2 runs scored last inning. He did walk one of them. The other one got a hit, but those were all in Choi throwing it to Rez. 2-1 count for the second baseman. 3-1. Breaking ball's having trouble finding the strike zone. Eddie Perez right now, as the game is tied, he is the leading runner. And there's strike 2. It was a check swing, but it was in the strike zone regardless, and it's a full count to start things off. Three-two pitch from Bravo. And it's going to be ball forward a little outside. So leadoff walk for Perez. Going to bring up Justin Toussaint, the DH. All right. First pitch is 0-1. Toussaint of French heritage. I like his last name. And Perez stealing second. It's not going to matter as it's going to go into center field, and it's going to be a blooper single. So Perez will steal second, and then will advance to third on that single by Toussaint. A good effort there by him. If they said if the Bucs are going to play aggressively at the bases, then we are too. And Tony McCone in bottom of the batting order, the first baseman. There's a breaking ball in for strike 1. As good of a breaking ball as you're going to get. Not too fast, not too slow, and at just the right height when it soared over the plate that the batter thought it was going to be ball 1. Swings and misses, strike 2. Pop right behind him. In this game, while I was prepping for it, was not certain or told of what exactly the stakes were. But it looks like both teams want to win this game, maybe end the season strong. A swing on and miss, and Toussaint is going to successfully steal second base. So there's out number 1 as that swinging strikeout.
The shortstop, Julian Francois.
We'll move up Toussaint to second. And Francois had a leadoff double in the first, so he's 1 for 1 today. Stole third and then advanced home on an error by the catcher, Michael Choi. 1-0. Yes, he's going to have a chance for an RBI here. And this one's going to be chopped foul towards the Braves dugout. 1-1. Bravo, not many innings pitched this year when he's with his normal Ventura County Bucs team in the Sunset Baseball League. Only pitched in one game I was broadcasting. Oh, and that one, beanball, and Francois had to duck to avoid that. 2-1. Broadwood's taking his time, trying to get a good read on him. That one's going to be popped up, and I believe the second baseman, no, shortstop's going to come over. So, second out, made by Jaden Rez.
Right fielder Jonathan Smith.
Jonathan Smith walked in the last inning, scored a run on Cesar Chavez's RBI single. First pitch to him is going to be a little high, 1-0. Two runners in scoring position right now for the Braves. The 1-0 pitch from Bravo. Ball 2.
Number 3.
Smith holding his bat high. And there's strike 1. And Jonathan Smith, his normal number is 44.
They're batting 10, so
All
this
right.
is actually Francois.
All right. Yeah, so his normal number is 44, but he's wearing 3 today. That's Julian Francois' normal number. There's a breaking ball just outside, 3-1.
Correction, Julian Francois.
Wait, that's not Jonathan Smith?
Correct.
Oh.
They're batting 10. Their pitcher is also batting. That's what happened.
Oh, that's confusing. All right, ball 4, and so wait a second then. Who flew out to shortstop then? Was that not Francois?
That was the pitcher, 35.
Oh, okay. So I got to fix that in the break. Okay. All right, so that was something we were not told. So apologies. Now it's Jonathan Smith. The lineup card that they gave us did not have the pitcher. So time is called. And play will resume. So is Marcellus Henry, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's ball 1 for Jonathan Smith. That one popped back, 1-1. Okay. It's a 2-1 count. Did Francois walk, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just had to make sure. Good. Three-one count for Smith, and yeah, that was something we were not prepared for, so apologies, I slowed down my commentary. So the one ball away from a walk-in run. That one's going to be popped up into left field. Moving back is Jairus Smart, and making the grab for out number 3 is turned his head away at the last second. He sticks his glove out and he grabbed it. So
Bravo gets out of the jam. No runs on 1 hit and no errors. We head to the bottom of the second.
So avoiding falling behind again, going into the bottom of another inning. Jairus Smart makes a great grab out in left field. It's still 2-2, and there were no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. See right after this for the bottom of the second. All right, after a confusing end to the top of the second there, where we made a little bit of a mistake as far as the batting order goes. So now the bottom of the second, and leading things off is Max Garcia. He took ball 1. Also due up, Jairus Smart, who ended the inning, and Rowan Tarrant. That one popped back off the umpire's face mask. 1-1. And it's going to be a mound visit between Henry and Sawyer. Umpire looks like he's okay. We don't want him to get injured anymore, as his right arm is currently in a cast. All right, play will resume. Garcia takes the 1-1 pitch, pop back against the net, 1-2. So in the first inning, each team, the Bucs responded tit for tat, as the Braves put up 2 runs in the top, and then they put up 2 runs of their own in the bottom. That one hit out to right. Moving back is Smith, makes a grab for out number 1. Jairus Smart, the left fielder.
Smart.
Leading runner at this point in the game. First pitch, swung on and missed. A little outside his reach. Good swing, it was at the level, but just over the other opposite batter's box. Marcellus Henry tries a similar pitch. This one's much lower, and Jairus Smart's able to recognize that. 1-1. A 1-1 pitch. That one is going to be a pass ball as it rolls behind Sawyer. 2-1. Rowan Tarrant today, as he subs in on the first time for this Golden Coast Collegiate Ventura Bucs team. He's going to be wearing number 6 instead of number 8. There's ball 3. That one going to be hit right to the first baseman, McCon, for an unassisted second out.
The shortstop number 6, Rowan Terry.
And Rowan Taryn, as I just mentioned, his services being won over from another team. He's happy to play again this season as his regular team is out of the playoffs. Swung on a missed 0-1. Henry off to a better start this inning than he was in the first. 2 up, 2 down. The 0-1 pitch for Taryn, that's going to be into the turf for ball 1. One pitch, that almost hits him, but it curves in just in time to avoid that. 2-1. Henry, 2-1 pitch. It's going to be ball 3 as it's just inside. Looked like a strike from my vantage point here in the press box. Moving over and closer to right center is Penuelas. That one popped behind. It's a full count. Something that some center fielders do, but not all, is move over to the side of the center field that the batter, depending on which way they swing, is most likely to hit a deep one. There's, oh, and it's a looking strikeout, and Taryn was just ready to walk. Disappointed there, so
No runs,
hits or errors in the bottom of the second. 3 looking strikeouts for Marcellus Henry. He's doing good job on the mound so far. Score is still tied 2 apiece. Top of the third coming up.
The third baseman, Ben Davidson.
Welcome back. Top of the third inning. We're going to start off here in the 3 spot. Ben Davidson, also due up Kai Penuelas and Cesar Chavez. Gets a piece of that, it goes foul right into the Bucs dugout. Davidson 0 for 1 today, flew out to left. That was the first out of the game. That one's a breaking ball. It bounces on the plate, and Choi blocks it. 1-1. High off-speed pitch, 2-1. Davidson at third base today had his hands full, and that one's going to be hit into left. Jair's smart, throws it in, has trouble fielding it at first. Davidson does not attempt to go to second on that. Leadoff single. So each of the first 3 innings, the leadoff hitter for the Braves has gotten on base. 2 hits and 1 walk. And now, Kai Puenuela side 1-0. Rowan Taryn has a red baseball cap, just like Nichols and Bravo, who came over from the other Ventura squad. They have black caps. It's the only way you can tell them apart besides their uniforms. 2-0. That one's going to be chop foul right over to the Braves dugout. Penuelas struck out swinging in the first. Vincent Bravo going to have a solid third inning as he did in the second. 3-1 count. Three-one pitch from Vincent. That one's going to be popped behind him, so it's another full count. I don't know if you're going to see as many stolen bases in this inning as you did before, as while none of them came back to haunt them, none of them were tagged out, caught stealing. Seems it's not necessary when the game is tied and it's only the third inning. 3-2. That one's going to bounce for ball 4. Then Davidson moving over to second.
The left fielder, Cesar Chavez.
So 2 people have come up to bat and 2 have gotten on. And we're going to have a mound visit with Troy Bravo and Coach Livingston as Cesar Chavez warms up. All right, timeout is over. Play will resume. It's the left fielder, Cesar Chavez. 1 for 1 today, had an RBI single. That brought home Jonathan Smith. The only RBI today by the Braves. 1-0. Bravo. Change of strategy is imminent. This one's going to be hit in the center field. Leaf backing up for it. Makes the grab for out number 1. Base runners stay where they are at second and first.
The catcher, Ben Sawyer.
Ben Sawyer ended the first inning with a 5-3 ground out. Bravo going to have to keep a close eye on Davidson and Puenuelos, who are looking to steal some bases. There's strike 1. Breeze is picked up here at LA Valley College. That one popped up way high, just behind home plate, and the first baseman, Eddie Tejeda, coming over to make the grab for out number 2. And he was staring straight up into the sun, and Michael Choi was looking to make that grab, and he quickly got out of the way.
The second baseman, Eddie Perez.
Eddie Perez walked in the second inning. He had a leadoff walk there. He stole second, then advanced to third on Toussaint's single. That one he cracks it foul. Bravo, it's hard to get a read on him of his pitching ability so far today. And threw a strikeout in the same inning, they gave up 2 runs. And there's strike 2. He's feeling a little more confident, getting a better feel for that strike zone. Right, 0-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit over the net. Still 0-2 as you stay alive. This inning was looking to be a lot of fun for the Braves after the leadoff hit and the walk that followed it, but now there's been 2 outs since, 2 flyouts. Bravo looking to retire Perez. That one goes foul into the Braves dugout. The mound before game time always covered with a tarp. They like to make sure it's perfectly even. Coach Livingston went to adjust it on that timeout on the mound. That one's going to be hit right to DeLuca. Throws over to Tejeda for out number 3. He bobbled that for a second. Almost going to be E4, but gets a grip on it.
We got to the bottom of the third, tied at 3.
So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 2.5, the score is still tied 2 apiece. Bottom of the third coming up. All right, bottom of the third, leading off, Noah Nichols. Thankful to play again this season, just like Rowan Tarrant, as the Sunset Baseball League Buccaneers are out of the playoff picture. Henry back on the mound for a 3rd inning of work. There's ball 1 for Nichols. Nichols sporting number 24 today as opposed to his usual number 4 when he's on his Bucs squad. 2-0. Out in center field, Peñuelos moving over to left center. It's appropriate as there's a right-handed batter up to the plate right now. 3-0 the count for the extra hitter. And there's strike one. Fastball, Henry had a zip on that one. It could have topped out at 90 or above. Three-one pitch. That one's going to be foul. And it's a full count for Nichols. Surprised to see him here. Last time I saw him here when the Ventura County Bucs weren't playing, he didn't play, so I saw him. He was just here to keep that work ethic going. But he said, "No, I'm happy to receive the call to play," and I'm sure he is. And there's ball 4. We have a leadoff walk. So leading runner now on base for the Bucs. Eddie Tejeda. Lefty. He takes strike one. He's lined up in the batter's box. He's a little offset as the leg closer to the catcher is also closer to the home plate than his right leg. Pickoff attempt at first, but Nichols is safe once again. No outs. No runs have been scored since the first inning by either team. Pitching has improved on both sides. And Nichols taking off for second, and the catcher, Sawyer, just lets go of the ball, and he lost a grip on it, and it's going to be the 5th stolen base by a Bucs base runner. One, and there he goes, taking off for third, and it's high, and it forces third baseman Davidson off the bag, and once again, back-to-back steals. Now the tying runner, the leading runner in scoring position, and he moves up to third as well. Great effort there by Nichols. Not much to play for in this game, just wants to have fun. Swung on a miss by Tejeda. 2-2. For Tejeda, a line drive into right center or way into the corner of left field will get you a double. I was about to say that's what he would have gotten had he hit it in the other direction, but this suffices as well. He hits an RBI double, and Noah Nichols comes home. He scores another run. His time of scoring runs this season is not over, maybe for another team, but he's still proving his stats. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Sells Henry now pitching to Anthony DeLuca. Struck out looking in the first. Warning shot at Tejeda at second. Just looks back, and right now the catcher maybe thinking about possibly throwing to third if given another shot. 1-0. Right now, the second baseman and shortstop are not close enough to to the bag for there to be a pickoff attempt. Marcellus Henry gathering himself, and now Tejeda way off the bag, and Marcellus Henry doesn't see him, goes back. A swing and a miss, 1-1. I thought for a second he was going to steal there. He had a lot of space. There's ball 2. DeLuca has had his hands full at second base on defense. There's been a lot of stolen bases by the Braves. Swung on and missed, 2-2. There's still no outs here in the bottom of the third. The Bucs can do a lot more damage as they already put up 1 run. There's ball 3, and we got a full count. And Henry just not able to find the strike zone this inning. He's had 3 strikeouts so far today, none in this inning. Three-two. That one popped way high. We foul behind the Braves dugout into the softball field. Right now, McCon stands at the ready at first. Still got a lot of inning ahead of them. Oh, and that's going to be ball 4 as he steps out of the way. Even if it hit him, it wouldn't have mattered.
The center fielder, Troy Lee.
So 3 batters have come to the plate. All 4 have gotten on base. 2 on right now, no outs, and there'll be a mound visit with Sawyer and Henry. Seem to be in a little bit of trouble. And play will resume. Henry deals, it's off speed, high, 1-0. Troy Leaf, he walked and was the first Buck to score, the second one to score. Came home on Jaden Rez. His hit, it was fielder's choice. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Give me 2-1 now. Sawyer jogs back out to the mound once again. Does not want to give up any more runs or have anyone else on base. Sawyer throwing over to third, but Tejeda is safe. And also stealing second is Anthony DeLuca. So it's a 2-2 count, no outs, 2 more runners now in scoring position. That's 8 stolen bases on the day for the Bucs. One of their best days in that regard. And it's a full count for Troy Leaf. It's a common, and all these stolen bases are coming from a combination of the Bucs base runners being too quick and the catcher Sawyer not having enough reaction time. And there's a looking strikeout, one away. All 4 strikeouts Henry has thrown have been looking. Michael Choi. Had an RBI single in the first, looking to get another one here. 1-0. Made up for that error he had in the top to the first, the wild throw over to second to Jaden Rez. Ball 2. This umpire still on his own. No other umpires arrived today. Probably that's how it's gonna be for the remainder of the game. Swung on and missed, 2-1. Said earlier in the season that these Golden Coast Bucs uniforms look like the retro home jerseys of the Atlanta Falcons. There's strike 2. I still stand by that, as Michael Choi looks like he's primetime Deion Sanders with that 21. Two-two pitch from Henry. It's going to be outside over the right batter's box, so another full count. It's the fourth of this inning. We're going to get his second out. And there's ball 4, and we have loaded bases.
The shortstop, Jaden Rez.
And Jaden Rez is going to be the first and maybe the only Buck today who has a chance at a grand slam. There's going to be yet another mound visit to Marcellus Henry. Just hasn't been on his game the way he should be. Throws strikes here and there, but more often than not, lets the batters get on base. All right, play will resume here. That's going to be a break ball into the top of the strike zone, 1-0. Excuse me, 0-1. It looked high, but I will not question the umpire's judgment. That one going to be hit in the left center. Peñuelos backing up, making the grab, but coming home, Eddie Tejeda, and it's 4-2 ball game. Also moving up DeLuca to third and Michael Choi to second.
Designated hitter, Evan Kong.
Evan Kong. It's not Kang, as I was saying it all season long.
It's not Kong.
Yeah. I believe it's a 1-1 count. You missed that first pitch. And yeah, it was 0-2, and there's 1, 2, 3, strike, strike, strike. That's how Henry will finish the bottom of the third inning.
2 runs
with another looking strikeout. That's his 5th of the game.
3, the Bucs lead 4-2.
So 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Golden Coast Bucs have their first lead of the game. Top of the 4th coming up. All right, the extra hitter, Justin Toussaint. Gonna lead things off. He takes strike 1. Breaking ball. Bravo. Still on the mound. 4th inning of work. Tony McCon on deck. That one's going to be hit in the center. Quickly making the grab is Troy Leaf for out number 1.
The first baseman, Tony McCone.
McCone, first baseman. He struck out swinging in the 2nd. Hasn't got on base yet. Looking to do so here. There's ball 1. It goes behind the catcher. McCone has an unassisted out of his own in the 2nd, but not many, actually none. No defensive outs, no throws from his other infielders. His fellow infielders have come his way, so that's the only out he's credited with so far. That one going to be hitting the right towards Garcia, who makes the grab for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Now Marcellus Henry.
The pitcher, Marcellus Henry.
Will not make that mistake again. He is hitting. He is not just the pitcher today. He flew out to short in 2nd. There's strike 1. That arch on the breaking balls has gotten a little smaller for Bravo. It makes it easier to find the strike zone as he does it there right again. 0-2. He's pitched through the entire batting order twice now. This will be the end of the 2nd time. Getting a good feel for the strike zone. And how much these players crowd the plate, it's only going to get harder as the game goes on. 1-2. That one's going to be chopped foul over to the Braves dugout. Still 1-2. Bravo with the 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit way into the corner of left field, and oh, it's just foul. Nope. Oh, it is a home run. Okay, strange. It went to the left of that pole, but they're going to call it a homer. So a solo home run for Marcellus Henry. Now it's a 3-4 ball game as they cut their deficit to 1 run. 1 run. Marcellus Henry showing he can do it all. He can pitch, and he can knock it out of the ballpark. Turning the top of the batting order now, Julian Francois. That first pitch is going to be hitting the center. Troy Leaf backing up, looking into the sun, getting under it, makes the grab for out number 3.
All put in play by the shortstop, Julian Francois.
So now 1 run, 1 hit, no errors in the top of the 4th. Bucs still lead 4-3. Bottom of the 4th coming up. All right, bottom of the 4th. Leading things off is going to be Max Garcia, the right fielder. Also due up, Jairo Smart and Rowan Tarrant. Ball 1. Those are the only 3 that did not bat in the 3rd. There were only 3 that also bat in the 2nd. You're seeing a little bit of a pattern here. 2-0. Oh, and that's way outside. 3-0. It goes behind catcher. So I bet Sawyer and Henry do not want a repeat of last inning. Yeah, a lot of mound visits. Nothing seemed to work. There's ball 4. 4 pitches, 4 balls, and we have a leadoff walk for Max Garcia.
The left fielder, Gyrie Smart.
Gyra Smart, 0 for 2. An unassisted out, hit a ground ball over to first. It's unassisted by McCon. 0-1 count. It's now 0-2, but stealing second is Max Garcia. Tacking on those stolen bases. It's a first by Garcia today. Joining his Bucs teammates. That one's going to be hit right up the middle. Shortstop can't quite field it. The center fielder going to throw it in, but Max Garcia is running home, and he's going to be safe. Another run scores, and heading to second is Gyra Smart. Great effort there. It's now 5-3. Bucs lead. That shortstop Francois slowed down a bit as he was getting to the ball, and then Buenuelos came in and threw it in. 1-0. So Gyra Smart had the RBI double, really pushed himself, could have stayed at first, but chose to go to second. Almost got tagged out, but his risk paid off. That one going to be popped way over the end of the parking lot. I hope my car doesn't get dinged. 1-1. Rowan Terran also looking to get on base for the first time today, just like Smart before him. He struck out looking in the second inning. First game in a Golden Coats Bucs uniform. Wants it to be worth it, and there's going to be a wild pitch or pass ball, and advancing to third is Gyra Smart. Another rough start to an inning for Marcellus Henry on the mound. 2-1. One pitch. That one's going to be chopped foul behind. A little bit of a breather there. The catcher did not throw the ball back to Henry and as quick as he probably should have. 2-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit deep in the left end. Is that out of the ballpark? It is. It's a 2-run homer for Rowan Terran. And that's the monster swing that we're used to seeing. That's the monster swing we're used to see from Rowan Terran. He's carried that over from the SBL Ventura Bucs to the Golden Coast Ventura Bucs. And it's a 7-3 ball game. And there's going to be another mound visit.
Number 24, Noah Nichols. Speaker sub,
their only sub, yeah. It could be their only one.
David.
All right, play will resume. The relief pitcher for the PFA Braves is going to be number 24, Fabian Davis. Marcellus Henry is done, probably on offense as well, no longer in the batting order there. Up here is Noah Nichols, the EH. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth, and 3 runs scored. This Golden Coast Ventura Bucs squad's on fire. 1-0 to count. Davis taking his time. Two and 0 once again over the right batter's box, way outside. And I have a feeling this bottom fourth inning is going to take a while. Two-0 pitch to Nichols. Ball 3. Davis deals. That's going to be ball 4 below the strike zone, and pitching change has not gotten the results the Braves are looking for so far. Not even 1 strike thrown by the relief pitcher. Now up, Eddie Tejeda.
The first baseman, Eddie Tejeda.
Scored 2 runs today and 1 for 1, so him and Rowan Taryn are the players of the game so far. Takes ball 1, high fastball. Just a reminder, in about 26 minutes, the Ventura County Pirates will start their game, their semifinals matchup against the Inland Valley Pirates out at Cal Poly Pomona. Starts at 6. The announcer, the broadcaster, will be Matthew Strapp, so tune in to MixLR for that. 2-0. Davis unable to find the strike zone as of yet. 6 straight balls. Now make it 7. Ball 3. Looks like Nichols ready to jog on over to second. Comes a pitch. That's going to be ball 4, and we have 8 straight balls. Eddie Tejeda will walk as well. And going to be a mound visit. See you after this quick break. Still bottom of the fourth, no outs. All right, play will resume here. There's ball 1 for Anthony DeLuca. DeLuca 0 for 1 today. He struck out looking in the first. He walked in the third, managed to get all the way to the third base, but couldn't come home. Davis peering back at Noah Nichols at second. Fastball way outside, however, 2-0. 10 pitches, 10 balls so far for Fabian Davis. Two-0 pitch. A breaking ball is going to be a little high, so 3-0. Still looking for his first strike. It's going to be ball 4. Brush back pitch as he bends his head backwards. So
Troy Leaf.
not ideal as a relief pitcher. Just so far be doing worse than the guy you're subbing in for. 12 pitches, 12 balls. Troy Leaf scored a run in the first, struck out looking in the third. There's strike 1. There's the type of pitch that Davis has been looking for. A 1 pitch. Curveball